Hi, so I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to use Edpuzzle, which is a great site to use for formative assessments for students, to monitor kind of understanding, and to use technology very efficiently in the classroom, to kind of use videos in a better way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you from the teacher's perspective how to sign up, make a video, all that kind of stuff, and then I'll also make a video from the student perspective so you can kind of see it from both lenses. To sign up, all you have to do is click on this Teacher Start Now button, which is free, so it's kind of handy. And then once you sign up, which is pretty easy, you can pretty much add any video you want, and you can add questions to it. It's a pretty easy tool to use, and it is really helpful. So first thing, you can make a bunch of different classes. You can add classes down here by clicking this button. If you use Google Classroom, you can also import your rosters right there. It makes it really easy to sign up all your students, and then you don't have to give them a code or anything like that. So if you wanted to start a class, you just click here, and then you can add students in. I always make an extra one too, so that way you can always invite more students and then give them the code. It gets a little tricky if you import it. They don't give you the code anymore. You have to add them into the classroom, and it gets kind of complicated. So this is kind of the catch-all group, so you can kind of do that too. So to start by making a video, all you have to do is search. You can copy and paste a YouTube video in here. You can pretty much get a video from anywhere. It even gives you some suggestions and some pretty common video sources like YouTube or Khan Academy. TED Talks are in here too. Once you pick one, let's just say we'll grab this first one right here. You can say use it. It gives you a couple options. The first one is you can crop. So if I wanted to make this video shorter, right now it's about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's say I want to make it only a minute long, just so you watch the first minute. I can do it like that. Now it'll only play that first minute. This is good if you're doing some kind of story and you don't want to have the whole introduction. You just want kind of the meat part of the video. You can crop from the other side too, and then it'll actually start a little bit later on.
Those are 4, and then in the balcony.
Another thing you can do, you can see these little green question marks right here. That will actually make the student, as they're watching this video, stop and try to answer one of these questions. You can write your own questions. If you click on this button right here, you can kind of create your own questions. So go back a little bit.
5/4.
Right. So here you can type your question, kind of whatever you want to do. Something like that. You can make it multiple choice. You can do discussions, all that kind of stuff. And then they will stop at this point in the video, and they have to answer it before they move on. The video I selected already had a couple of questions in here, so you can kind of see what those look like as an example of how to use this. You could also add your own audio notes, kind of like I'm doing right now. You can overlay your voice on top of this video so that when the students are listening, they can actually hear your voice too, which can be kind of handy. Like I said, this might be a very good tool to use if you ever had a substitute teacher in for a day. If you were gone, you can use this to make sure they're watching the video, they're still getting asked, detailed questions, they can still hear your voice, all that kind of stuff. When you're done, all you have to do is click save and then finish, and it'll take you back out to your lessons, which is right over here. Once it's here, you can add due dates, you can track progress, so you can see how many of your students have watched the video. If it's been watched all the way, they get a green check. If they haven't watched the video yet, it's a red X. It tells you how many questions they got right and wrong. You can actually, if you even click on a student, it'll go back and it'll show you an overview of all the questions that they got right, how many they had to go back and watch a second time, kind of etc. So it's a really handy tool. If you ever have a substitute, this is nice because you can actually make sure they're doing their work. If you come back the next day and nobody watched it, you can actually see that right here. So they're kind of more forced to do their work when you're not around, which is kind of nice. You can also archive your videos and save them for the next year, which is kind of nice too. You can even search for other teachers. If your school is someone that uses Edpuzzle, you can look up other people's videos and use those too. So that's kind of the teacher side. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. You can try it out. It's pretty easy to manipulate and pretty easy to make some videos. Just some trial and error until you get it right.